What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is LaBelle, and welcome back to another player review. And today we're keeping that icon theme. Talking about Prime Maldini, arguably the best center back in the game, especially if you're looking at the competitive scene. People are using Maldini, people are using Rio Ferdinand. We're still seeing some Ramos. It's not a coincidence. So let's get right into it. We're going to talk about it. If you enjoy the content, make sure to drop a thumbs up. And what players should I discuss in the future? Let me know what kind of player reviews you're looking for. We look at defenders, midfielders, attackers. We just see someone who's rare with kind of a high price tag because that's what you guys want to see. What players should you look to pick up? Is it worth your investment? That's what we're always discussing on my channel. Let's talk about it. When we're looking at the pros with Maldini, I mean, you can pull up a Foothead stat sheet. This guy makes defending easy. He doesn't really lack anything on the defensive end, whether it is the pace, his green row of basically tackling, slide tackling. If you need positioning or marking, he's going to do it all. The man's tackling, reactions, positioning, all of that is the best in the game, in my opinion. And that's what this does come down to. And he's great to partner with other center backs. He has the medium-high work rates, which I believe is the most ideal. I've never been someone who's really been on that low-high. I find that sometimes the players sit too far back. And then at the same time, if they have a high-medium in terms of work rates, they could go too far forward. But it's all about comfort and the plays that they break up. And then when you do get assistance, when you do get some AI help, icons in particular are monsters with a little bit of AI boost. And that's why we often complain we can't beat somebody's defense and they're not controlling the defenders. They got a couple icons back there. And these guys are sliding everywhere. They're sticking out legs. They get their chest on it, their shoulders on it, their head on it. You name it, he's going to do it. Maldini also climbs well. Just another positive that we should throw it into the video. Mention that real quick. You're not going to complain. This is one of those icons where everyone says, this guy's the real deal. Now, in terms of where you rate him as being the best or the second best or the third best, where he slots into your top 5 defenders, a little more debatable, a little more subjective. Might even have some preference. I'd like to know, if you've used this card, where would you rank Maldini's prime version? If you were making a top 5 center backs, what number is Maldini? Also worth noting, his passing is solid for a center back. I don't think there's very many that have good attacking numbers. Not that it matters, it's not important. But if you need someone who can swing it side to side, complete the short passes, this will be fine. You're not going to have any issues. He's not going to throw possession away. Don't worry. You're safe. We're safe. Put him into the starting 11. We're looking at cons. This is a very short list, and it's even debatable at best. He's only 6'1". Some people might want someone who's a little bit bigger. But like I said with his pros, he climbs well. I wouldn't say he's as athletic as a Sergio Ramos in terms of his aerial presence or how well that he gets on the ladder or hops on the rocket ship. But at the same time, when you look at his positioning, his speed, and just almost his activity, he just seems to be active. Like he's looking left, he's looking right. You know that he's going to be switched on, and that helps so much when you're defending crosses. And I really just don't have much to say that's negative about Maldini. I love the card. And that brings us to the recap, and it's hard to talk about a player that just has so few negatives. And also when you're looking at defensive clips, they're harder to showcase. You see it, you notice it, but it's not the same as when you have this brilliant piece of gameplay and you score a beautiful goal. Defenders will just never get that credit. I've got Maldini at a 9.5 out of 10, almost a perfect rating. For me, when we're looking at center backs, I don't think it gets better than this. I mean, it can as new cards are released, but in terms of base value center backs, people might throw Rio in there. You might see some people make an argument for Ramos. But I'm telling you, Maldini is certified. He's going to be better than the Blancs and the Desais. And there's nothing wrong with those guys or the ride cards. There's so many options really at the center back position. Sometimes I just feel like it's about that partnership, that relationship between the two center halves. But you guys can let me know what you think. Make sure to drop a comment and let me know what players should we talk about next. And I have a lot more content come for you ASAP. ASAP. Turn on notifications.